And now a look at the groovy end of the latest technology with the world of tomorrow. This is Britannia Television.
Hello, and welcome to the world of tomorrow. I'm afraid you've just caught me listening to the latest tunes on Britannia 2 Radio. What's that you say? There's no cable going through the headphones. You can't be listening to anything. You can't fool me. Well, actually, the headphones themselves are the radio. Here's the volume, and here's the tuning. It's all due to the miracle of transistorization, a remarkable leap forward in a technology that's been with us since the 1920s. The first radios in the early 20s that most of us had were the cat's whiskers, the crystal set. These were soon replaced by the larger cabinet models of the 1930s and 40s. Radio took on a new import with the war in the 40s, as many people relied on it for its news for the very first time. In the 50s, things became smaller, and benchtop models became the norm. There was a real push to use new materials like this Bakelite radio does. But also in the 50s, we saw the introduction of the Transistor radio. This was the first model from 1954 by Regency in the United States. And it was followed in 1958 by this much smaller model from Sony of Japan. Now, I'm sure I don't need to remind you that, as with any new technology, when it first came out, it was very expensive, and it seemed the smaller the radio, the larger the price. And while that still largely holds true today, we have, as well as the imports from Japan and America, new imports coming in now from Hong Kong, which are considerably cheaper, including this one. It's called the Juliet 7 transistor, and it has a volume knob on the side, and the larger knob is tuning. And the front is all speaker, the entire thing. So, you can listen to your radio, and it fits in the palm of your hand, and is actually, for once, literally pocket-sized. You've seen the future, and the future is transistorized.